I wake up, I at least like bang into one wall.
Nickel every time I've banged into one hole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Inappropriate. Alright, time's up. Let's do this.
Roll.
Alright, here we go. Mike's everything up. And what's up, everybody? You're listening here on NPR Radio app. It's Puck Off here with Josh Mierop, David Mormino. I'm David Mormino. My good co-host over here in the nice bright orange shirt is Josh Mierop. How you doing today, Josh?
I've been better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not exactly what I wanted to hear to start my week, but you know what?
It was a rough weekend.
Let me hear
it. It
about
was terrible. I am ready to just go off.
Let me hear what you got to say about the New Jersey Devils and
our phenomenal show starter every week.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's not phenomenal today.
Okay.
Because, well, first of all, we go into Washington on Saturday.
Right.
With where we came off the skin of our teeth on Thursday to beat them.
Right.
Which we probably should have beat them a lot more. Now we go in, on Saturday, and it should have been an easy win for us.
Makes sense.
The way we've been playing in the beginning of the season, and now we've been going downhill. I think the injuries are killing us too. We have lost Zubris, we have lost Carter.
Zoobs.
And now we go into Washington, and it was a good game, I'll say. It went to the third period. We tied it 1-1. Made it 1-1 with a minute left in the second. Before that happened, Ovechkin got a goal to.
The hat trick, Jesus.
We'll get into that. We gave him way too much room on Saturday. First of all, you know what? You cannot let Ovechkin be in his sweet spot, chilling there, where he could just skate around in circles for a little bit. You got to have a guy on him, or you have to be in his lane where there's no pass going to him. Where in the one goal, Volchenkov thought he had him, but he did not. So we went into the third, and then it just broke out from there. Ovechkin skates it past the blue line. Now, if Marty was in net, I think he would have had that save, probably. The first one, I don't think Marty could have gotten, but the second one, probably. And then the third one, we're on a power play, and Moose, this is what bothers me the most about, Hedberg. I don't even think he deserves to be called Moose today. He skates out, goes behind the net to play the puck, and he does it without care. He's not looking around, he's taking his time. In the meantime, he's got a Washington Capital player coming at him full speed. I guess whoever the defenseman was gave him the message a little late, and then he tries to make a move, his pass is blocked, skates it around the net, and he chases him trying to poke it away, just not in time. They put it in the empty net. And that's not the first time that it's happened where he comes out of the net and is put in. This is happening a lot. Moose, stay in your net.
If you're listening.
It bothers the heck out of me that you're leaving your net and it's causing us goals. That would have been a 2-1 game still, but no, it doesn't happen. Then we get, Ovechkin still got the 2 goals. They go on a power play. Our penalty kill has been absolutely horrendous this season. And it hasn't been pretty at all. And then, so after that happens, they take the lead. We have a caller coming in right now. Maybe he can, take over.
Take over the anger rant.
This is Puck Off. You're on MTR Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah. It's being, somebody else, what's up? Alright, sorry. Technical difficulties, I guess.
I'm checking it, kids. Continue speaking.
Well, can you still hear what we're saying pretty well? Alright. Alright, well, thank you for the call and to tell us. We're checking it out, but we'll see what happens. We can figure it out. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this is Josh. Yeah. We'll see what we can do. Bye-bye. Alright, apparently there's some technical difficulties going on with our MTR radio app. Okay, well, you know what? It seems that we're fine. My mom says we can hear you fine. It's probably your computer, John, or something going on, because it seems to be coming out fine. David's figuring it out. And, okay, it says it's okay now. Anyway, we're going to go back to my rant on the Devils now, because it was a terrible game, terrible weekend. Anyway, so now, you know, we go on the Capitals, they go on the power play, and they, you know what, Ovechkin is sitting in his sweet spot like he always does, and he just, you know what, like, the Devils just did not cover him well. They, you know, they're working on getting the pass to him. They get the pass across, and he fires one in. He got the hat trick. And then he added an assist, and you know, once he started, he got the hat trick. It was pretty much over. It was 4-1 at that point, and they add insult to injury, and they make it 5-1, and that would be, you know, 15 goals, or is it 15 goals? No, it was like, I'm not sure. It was like 15 goals against Hedberg in the last 3 games. So it was awful, and it really bothered me. Then we went into Sunday's game, and you know what, the Devils were going to have Marty playing in net, and it was supposed to, you know, we should have came back in style. Then, warm-ups. He comes, Mierop's in, and the Devils come out to the ice, and Hedberg's leading them out. You look online, and Brodeur says he has some general soreness, and he's going to be, you know, sitting out for the game, just, you know, for precaution. Yeah, you know what, general soreness. I was generally angry that they put Moose in net. I mean, I guess he took the right idea. He's getting evaluated today. He had some back pains, he said. He said he probably could have played if anything happened to Moose, but he didn't want to take any chances, which I can completely understand. Then we went into the Jets game. 5 minutes in, you know, Jets put one past Moose, and I was just like, it's going to be one of those days again. End of the period, you know, the Devils stepped up to the game on offense. They got some chances. They had the 2-on-1. Zajac rips one in past, you know, the Jets goalie. I don't even know. There was Pavlik in that last night, I guess. I don't even know. It was just one of those games where I was just not following.
You were at the game.
I was at the game, and I was not following what was going on. But you know what? They scored, and I was like, all right, maybe there's some hope. And then at the end of the period, like 30 seconds left, Bernier slips one in as well, and takes a 2-1 lead. I'm like, all right, well maybe, you know, it could be one of those games where the Devils will, you know, have one of those offensive days, and we'll get back on it. And I was, you know, I was like looking forward, you know, to the rest of the game. I thought it was going to be a good game. No.
You think game changes in Marty's in?
I think so, yeah, because there's a lot of those, you know, opportunities where, you know, there's those goals that should have been saved, and it didn't happen. Like second period,
the Brizgalov goals.
The second period, the Devils were on the, you know, on the penalty kill, which has just not been there, and they slip one past Moose again on the glove side, which I think, you know, Moose's glove has not been there lately. He's been letting him in glove side all day long. And if Brodeur's in net, he has that save. I believe he has that save. And not Moose. And then, you know, then we're in the offensive zone, and we let Evander Kane slip through, and he goes onto the breakaway. And
what does Hedberg do?
What does Hedberg do? What does Hedberg do? Everybody get ready for this, because this is what I said after the game. I said, I want to go into practice.
Into practice?
Yeah, for the Devils. I'd be like, I'll take one shot. Moose, I want you to do what you would normally do on a breakaway. And I would skate in full speed, and I would have my head down on purpose.
Okay.
Because I know if I have my head down, Moose is laying out on the ground, sticking his stick out, and he's going for the poke check.
Right.
Like he always does, and it bothers me because I can see it from a mile that he's going to poke check.
Are you trying to tell me that you have the skills to be an NHL player?
I'm not saying I have the skills to be an NHL player. I have the skills to score on Moose on a breakaway. That's all I have to say. Because I would skate with my head down. He'd go for the poke check, and as soon as I see him lean out for the poke check, I am skating around him and slipping it in the net. That's all there is to it. Maybe he would surprise me that day and he wouldn't do it. But if he goes for that poke check and I put it in, I'm just going to smack him in the back of the helmet and say, maybe it's not working out for you. I've never played varsity hockey.
How about you think of it?
Yeah. Maybe just laying down on the job just isn't going to work out for you. So that, you know, Evander Kane gets on that breakaway. Moose goes for, you know, his poke check. Evander Kane reads it from the blue line a mile away, and he just skates around Moose and slips it in the empty net.
Just slips it in.
3-2, Winnipeg. Third period comes around. They're in the Devil zone, just kind of moving the puck around to get the puck. Shoots it over Moose's glove again, 4-2. And right about there, the game's over.
Yep. 6
minutes left. The Devils are in the offensive zone. Mad scramble in front of the net. A Winnipeg player takes the puck, grabs it off of the goalie's pads, takes it, throws it out to Zlicky.
Here, take it.
Yeah, here it is. Let me throw it out to you. Zlicky takes the puck, fires it in the open net because the goalie was down. Pretty much everybody was just laying in front of the net there.
Right.
And as soon as it went in, I was like, you know what? That was uncontested. That's probably not going to count. And of course, the ref waves his arms immediately, and just no goal. He had blown the whistle. I was like, that's what I thought.
That's probably not going to count.
Then they're like, we're going to review it, and I'm like, okay, why are they going to review it? They said they blew the whistle. It's obviously not going to count as a goal.
That's true.
Right. I'm like, all right. Then they're reviewing it. I'm like, well, maybe it'll be a penalty shot for closing your glove on it and throwing it out of the crease.
For the illegal things that are going on.
Really? No. It's like they just 5 seconds later they say no goal. The whistle had blown. Just completely terrible. It should have been something. We got nothing out of it. So they were getting screwed out of a goal.
Empty net with 3 minutes left.
We're not into that yet.
Okay.
Then 4 minutes left. It was 4:35 left. I almost remember. I roughly remember the time. Clarkson's behind the net, gets boarded really just so you could hear him hit the boards throughout the whole.
You can hear
arena.
the board.
Yeah. You could just hear the noise of him crashing into the boards.
Right.
From him being boarded into the boards. Ref just kind of stares at it, lets it happen. I was like, the whole arena's kind of pissed off at that point. And we have 3 minutes left. We decide we're going to take Moose out of the net, and that's kind of that's one of those things.
Couldn't be
where
worse.
why are we pulling Moose with 3 minutes left? You know what? He's not doing us any better in the net.
Right.
So we might as well just take him out, try to get the 6th man on. Nothing happens there. At least we didn't let up the empty net goal. That kind of.
There's your silver lining.
Yeah, our silver lining out of everything. And puck's thrown out. Game's over. 4-2.
Yeah.
It was just one of those games. It was one of those games where my friend who sat in the next section over has a picture of a guy doing a crossword puzzle in the 3rd period. You just know.
I'm not going home. I'm gonna do the crossword puzzle right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave early. I'm gonna do the crossword puzzle. You know why nobody left? Because there was fireworks after the.
How were the fireworks?
I've seen better fireworks. And you know what bothered me?
That there were fireworks in Newark?
No. Yeah, besides that, it's when I started walking out. I take my time, gotta make a trip to the bathroom before I go outside and enjoy the fireworks spectacle that will be above Prudential Center.
Right.
I walk out of the bathroom, didn't take me long at all, and they're shooting them off already. Give me some time to get outside to shoot the fireworks off. If anything's gonna make me happy today, it's gonna be the fireworks. Wait for me to get out there.
Please.
They're shooting them off. I finally get outside, and I've watched about 5 minutes of fireworks before they, finale'd it and called it a show. But it wasn't bad. It was, they had music set to it,
right.
Some crappy pop music, whatever they had playing. But
speaking of crappy pop music,
yeah.
Want to know what I did this week?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm
just kidding, but not at all.
Saturday night, went out with my girlfriend, went to the Maroon 5 concert over the Eyes Outside.
Tell us about that.
The entire experience was a lot of fun. We went down, I drove down to the Eyes Out Center, kind of parked, did everything, walked over to the giant tunnel thing over.
Right.
And
I remember doing that when the Devils used to play there.
Yeah. And walking. We finally get to our seats, which are I guess the top of Mount Everest.
Right.
Yeah. But,
because at Continental, now it's if you have to sit at the top, it's 9 rows at max. Continental, it's a 30-row hike to the back.
We were section 12, but but you can definitely see everything. Everything was fun.
Oh, that's good.
But she enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it as well. But it was more of I enjoyed how
she enjoyed it.
Basically,
yeah,
it was a lot of fun seeing that she was happy and that the investment I made was a lot of fun. But also I enjoyed the fact that the lead singer Adam was fantastic at really making the crowd his puppet, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Explain. Because my grandmother will get mad at me when I say this, but he's a bit of a diva on the stage, and
he can be.
The reason I say that is because whenever the spotlight was basically put on somebody else, he would just run over to where they are and just try to take it from them. Like, this guy was playing guitar, like, very well, like, and I was enjoying that portion, the music portion, not necessarily like the lyrics and all that stuff.
Right, like the guitar.
You can only hear how much, as many times as you possibly can.
Right.
But I enjoyed the guitar portion, but then all of a sudden he just gets handed a guitar and just runs where this guy is, and everyone freaks out because the guitarist thinks that like they're at like that
it's like his time to shine.
They're enjoying what he's doing.
No.
Nah.
No, Adam Levine.
He gets in his face and just starts playing guitar next to him, and then everyone freaks out.
Right. It's Adam Levine.
Whenever
How many guys were at this concert?
I have a picture.
I have the bathroom
on Instagram. I'm in the bathroom, and it's just me at the very last urinal, and I'm the only person in the bathroom.
That's because all the guys are out there enjoying the show.
No, that's because I'm the only man on earth that's ever been to a Maroon 5 concert. And
well, you know what? I myself am gonna have to make one of these sacrifices this summer.
God bless, bro.
It's not a Maroon 5 concert, but my girlfriend says I have to go to this Bruno Mars concert.
Oh my lord, that's worse than what I did.
I know.
You're the only man who's ever gonna be at a Bruno Mars concert.
I will. I'm gonna take the sacrifice. She says she really wants to go.
Hopefully it does. You do what I did and enjoy the show.
I'll try to enjoy the show for what it is.
Yeah.
Not for Bruno Mars himself.
The opening acts were.
There you go.
Everyone was so dramatic. That entire thing. Owl City was there.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was flopping around like a fish out of water, like his arms thrown around.
You know what? He might as well. He's about to be topped by Adam Levine. He needs to flop around.
Probably on drugs.
That
why.
too.
Then the next was Neon Trees, and they were just. This guy got on his hands and knees.
The opening acts are fantastic. Yes. I would go for the opening acts.
Yeah. He was on. The lead singer was on his hands and knees. All the lights in the arena are off except for the spotlight on him, and he's just laying hands, like basically kissing the ground, and he's just like singing along, and then just stands up. Lights go out.
It started with a whisper.
It started with a whisper.
Anyway, I think that's fantastic. Like when you go to a show and the opening acts like top the main act. At that point, you're like,
I wouldn't say they topped.
I know. All right. It's like though I went to an LMFAO concert over the summer, just for the heck of it.
Just for doing it.
Yeah, whatever. The tickets were cheap.
Right.
And we had like tickets all the way in the back too,
right.
and you know it's an LMFAO concert when you get there and they're like, we have upgrades, and we got upgraded from like 200 level to like club seats.
Oh my lord.
Like it was like that. Like, that's how empty the place was.
It was just.
And it's like we're watching the opening acts, and it's like, well, maybe this place will fill up once everybody like later on because it's just the opening. And now, no, it was like the lower bowl filled. Anyway,
shot.
We go to that and like. We had like this one DJ. He was like our opening act. His name was like Sidney Sampson.
Sidney Sampson.
Did you ever hear of him?
No.
Nah, neither did I. But he just DJ'd. He just played like hit songs and like levels and just got the crowd going. And you know what? Once that was over and like me and my girlfriend just like listened to that, I was like, it's a good show. We could call it. But you know what? LMFAO can play their two big songs, and I'll be happy and we could go. But yeah, we stayed for the whole thing.
No, but what I was happy about was that they played a lot of her favorite songs, so it wasn't just one of those like where she didn't know any of the lyrics or anything like that. But,
yeah.
But
kind of like the Bon Jovi concert I'll be going to this summer, where I know like I'll know that one song.
That's it.
I'm looking forward to tailgating before the show.
Eating burgers.
Yeah, whatever. Burgers, little chicken tenders maybe.
We have some chicken, some sticks,
What?
We'll see where it goes.
I don't know if you can say that.
You never saw Anchorman? It's the pickup line on Veronica Gordon's.
Of course. Veronica Gordon's. I'm gonna throw something at you. You can take it. You can take it. You can throw it right back if you want to. I want to be on you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. My bad.
I want to be on you. I just want to. But what else did you do over this weekend?
What else happened this weekend?
Yeah. You want to take this one first? What you think about what you did?
Yeah, sure. Go.
Okay.
Because you had an exciting weekend.
I had a very.
Mine was depressing and sad.
There's no days off for David. But
I didn't either. I went hard.
I just want to say real quick before I get into my weekend, I want to say a big shout out to Bandit House and my friend Ricky Cobello. Big moment for him. Went up to Boston, recorded his new album, his new mixtape, C'est La Vie, available 2/28. Gonna be on iTunes and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure. But just want to say what's up to the old Bandit House and what's up to everybody, because that's a big weekend for them. But another one big weekend for me was because I went over to Stanhope with a couple buddies of mine from Yes Virginia that I was talking about on Friday. Played the break contest where they if they win, they get a chance to play skate and surf. And when they play skate and surf, they can play with big names like Fall Out Boy, just play like a lot of people like that. It should be a lot of fun if they did win, but they went on and they just played unbelievably well, just like they always do. 6 months into it, 6 months, 6 months away from their last show that they did live, and it was a lot of fun because they were doing a whole pre-production and everything. They got new songs out, and just hearing my friend Danny, Dylan, Mike, Anthony, Nick, everybody just played very well, and it was a lot of fun to hear them make music again, and hear them like really getting a chance to control the crowd again. And yeah, one of my favorite parts about that is how into it all of them really were, because it was one of my they're one of my favorite groups of people ever. They're 5 best friends that I would never let go of ever. But it was a lot of fun just to see them play again, like I said it before. But a lot of good bands, a lot of good stuff happened that day. We just had a good time, good Sunday, and then we drove back and then watched some television with the girl, and then you know,
yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
That's what I did in my week. My weekend was a lot of fun though, so you know, chilled.
Yep. Friday.
Played some zombies.
That's cool.
On the Xbox. The guy to the left. That's my game.
Guy to the left.
That's what I got. Neat guy number 2, the left.
What?
You got killed by the guy.
I don't have Xbox. My Xbox is broken.
You're poor man.
Yeah. Well, no, it's because of
I'm
memories
joking.
of death, and I've just never returned it. But, you know. Anyway, so my weekend, Friday, went out with the girlfriend.
Right.
Went out to eat. Had a good night.
Nice.
Not much to say about that.
Oh.
There's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh,
not
that was
like,
nice.
nothing to get in depth with.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
we just kind of went out to eat, and just hung out. It was a good time. I really enjoyed myself. And you know, Saturday we watched the game, watched them lose terribly, and then we had my parents' friends came over. They have game night at my house. My parents are still 19, by the way.
Are they?
They're like drinking, like wise, and like playing. They have game night. Well, we have some pinball machines in my basement, and all my dad's friends, and you know, we have friends, mostly friends. You know,
Right.
they enjoy playing the pinball machines, so they come over just to do that. Well, you know, before they went downstairs to the pinball machines, they decided to break out the game Kings.
Kings, good game.
It's a great game for, you know, teenagers. But when my parents played, it's just as fun to watch because it was just really hilarious because my dad's one friend, he must have pre-gamed before he came over because
Right.
he was just lit playing, you know, he didn't, you know, like there's like the rule master where you make rules.
Right.
And he's just like, he gets that. And basically the rule maker is like when you get that, you like make a rule for every time you drink. So it's like every time you drink, you have to like take the little guy off of your drink, put him in your pocket, drink, take him out of your pocket, kiss him, put him back on your drink. Well, he didn't quite understand the rule maker thing.
Right.
And like, you know, there's also the thumb master where if you put your thumb on the table, if you're the thumb master, everybody has to put their thumb on the table. Last person to do it has to drink. And he was that for a little while, but then it was taken away from him. So he gets the rule maker and he goes, all right, here's the rule now. Everybody has to close your eyes. I'm going to play the game for everybody else now. I'm going to be picking cards, and I'm going to tell everyone when to drink and put their thumbs down and whatever. We're like,
Right.
You can't do that. He was like, no. And he got so fired up over it. He was just yelling at everyone.
No, it's happening.
Yeah, basically, he was like, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. I thought it was just so funny. And then like when like we had to kiss the little guy, he like named his little guy Giuseppe.
Right.
And he was like legit, he's like blowing him off, and he was like, it was hilarious. Watching my parents and their 40 to 50-year-old friends just get wasted.
Just get.
I'm sitting there drinking soda with my friend going, this is a great time.
I'm front row in an angel. I like to picture my Jesus in a tuxedo shirt because it says, "Hey, I like to party."
I like to.
I'm here.
I like to be formal, but I'm here to party.
I just chopped that up so bad. But then he's like, I like to picture my Jesus as the lead singer of Leonard Skinner. And I'm like a front row band. I'm sitting front row, I'm hammered drunk. Alright, I'm enough with the Will Ferrell movies, I'm sorry. That's my last Will Ferrell reference.
It's not, though.
For a few minutes.
It's not. For a few minutes, that's better.
For a few minutes.
Yeah, that was basically the gist of my weekend. Sunday came along, hung out in the morning, you know, did some things, which we'll get into in a little bit. We're going to take a break. When you come back, please call in. Your number is 609-9100-MTR. We're going to be talking up some other topics. I'll be talking about, you know, the Daytona 500, the Oscars, and we have some other amazing topics to touch base on. So please stay tuned, and we'll be back after this.
How are the levels?
What?
How are the levels?
I think